So the PS2 comes out and dominates, takes over everything, and just blows them out of the water, and tells Nintendo, "Fuck you, Nintendo. You might have Resident Evil, but we got a loophole. We can still make Resident Evil on our console as long as it ain't got nothing to do with the real story. We're gonna come out with Resident Evil Survivor 3 called Dead Aim, and we're gonna come out with Resident Evil Outbreak File 1, File 2, so you can't sue us." And Nintendo's like, "What? We got the rights to that stuff. We got the rights to that stuff." And PlayStation 2's like, "Screw you." So then all the while, Microsoft is chopping at the bit, said, "Damn, there's only 2 major console going on right now. Dreamcast dropped out of the market. There's nothing going online right now. Now with Sega out of the picture, people are going crazy wanting multiplayer. They want online. Let's come out with our own console. We're going to steal a little bit from everybody. We're going to have better graphics in the PS2, and we're going HD. We're going to go HD. And not only that, we're going to take the online from the Dreamcast, and we're going to be online from now on. But unlike Dreamcast, we're going to charge you out the ass. We're going to charge you every year, and we're going to have better graphics than all the others." And so then out comes the Microsoft Xbox and puts its shit on the market. Dreamcast says, "Fuck, man, I can't compete with these guys." And they drop out of the market. GameCube's flopping like crazy. "Oh, I can't compete." So it's third in the market. Then PS2's like, "Yeah, I guess we better go ahead and go online too." So they come out with an adapter. They go online. They start making HD games to put out output in progressive mode. GameCube says, "Alright, fine, we give up. We'll come out with an online thing too, but not many people will support our online thing. And we'll come out with a digital thing that you can go on HD too." So they're fighting and chopping at the bit. And PlayStation 2 says, "Well, we got something over all of y'all. We got backwards compatibility with PlayStation 1, Jack. All the PlayStation 1 games will play on PlayStation 2. And Nintendo's like, "Oh yeah? Well, you don't want to do backwards compatibility? Well, we'll come out with a Game Boy Advance player, and it'll go backwards compatibility too." And Xbox like, "Well, screw all y'all. We got hard drive that you can put music on. And Sony, you got to have a hard drive, but you can't put music on it." Not only can you play music on our hard drive, but you can rip music to it, and you can play it during your video games. Everybody's like, "Oh, man, you." So then after that, they're all chopping at the bit. Who gets this? Who gets that? Let's go rob Sega Dreamcast. They're dead. Let's go rob their corpse and see what we can get out of their toy box. So they went and took a bunch of shit from Dreamcast. They all got ports of Resident Evil Code Veronica. They all, they took Capcom versus SNK 2. They took Marvel vs. Capcom. They took Street Fighter Double Impact. They took all the good games on Sega Dreamcast and got hoarded out between the other 3 major consoles. So all these 3 are battling. Nintendo GameCube says, "Screw the Nintendo 64. We're dropping Nintendo 64." And PS2's kicking butt and taking names, whooping up on everybody with its superior backwards compatibility, and everybody who wants a PS2, not only do they get a PS2, but they get backwards compatibility, they get a PlayStation 1, and you're getting online and everything else. And the Microsoft Xbox over here like, "Oh man, shoot, well fine, we'll just have the best graphics and the best ports, but we can't offer backwards compatibility, so we're going to be in second place, GameCube being third." So all the while these are fighting over here, PlayStation and Xbox are chopping up the bit. They're like, Microsoft and Sony's like, "Man, we need to come out with the next thing. What's the next thing gonna be? What's the next thing gonna be?" And then, so then Sony starts talking to IBM. "Man, we want something with IBM. We want something with IBM." And we want the next powerful console. Sony says, "We want the next powerful console." So they go working with IBM and start conjugating new multi-cell powerful graphics engine. And Microsoft gets wind of it. Microsoft says, "Oh shit, we'll go sneak over here by the bushes and we'll listen to it and see what happens." And they get wind. Microsoft Xbox gets wind that PS3 has superior graphics, but it's going to take about 2-3 years to come out with. So they put up the bucks because Microsoft's a rich motherfucker, and says, "Hey, IBM, we hear that they're coming out with a new technology with 8-cell processor and this, that, and the other. What can we do to get the 8-cell processor, but best way to make games for it in a 3-cell matter, 3 GPU for developer kits?" And IBM's like, "Well, we can do what the PlayStation is doing, a much easier and efficient way, but they have to cost you. Microsoft will pay it." So they pay it. They get the cheaper product, and they get the most easy to develop for a product, and jump ahead of PlayStation 1, makes IBM work harder for them for the bigger buck, and comes out a year ahead of PlayStation 3. So all the while PlayStation's chopping at the bit, going nuts, saying, "Man, we got screwed over with Microsoft and IBM." So while they're taking their time to hone their craft and get their shit going on, Microsoft's out for 1 year and it's flopping consoles because of heat. And all the while, Nintendo's like, "All right, fine. We know we lost our ass with the GameCube. We understand all that. We're gonna come out with this new thing for retards, and it's gonna be for old people, young people, everything." And yeah, so, and none of the other consoles are able to use light gun games on HD TV, so we'll offer that. And everybody, if they want to play the best shooters, will have to play it on our console. So, and we're not going to be a powerhouse like all the rest, because we lost with the GameCube, even though it was powerfuler than the PS2, but we lost our ass with that, so we're not going to go in that route. We're going to be cheap. We're going to be affordable. And then the Wii comes out. So then it's a war between them all the while. And while PlayStation 3 is full backwards compatibility out of the gate, Microsoft 360 is saying, "Well, fuck, we can do half-ass backwards compatibility." Well, yeah, they couldn't get it right. PC over here, they're like, "Oh, we'll try backwards compatibility." And they're flopping around with backwards compatibility, can't do it. Wii says, "Oh yeah, we'll offer full backwards compatibility with GameCube." So after a battle of war going on here, PlayStation's like, "Well, fuck you, GameCube or Wii. We're going to come out with a portable device that blows you out of the water. Your little Nintendo DS, that ain't shit. We're going to come out with PSP." And then the handheld war begins. PS3 says, "Fuck, we're losing money out the ass, man. Microsoft's got to jump on us. Wii's more competitive in price. We'll just chop the PS3 down to bits. We'll throw out all our backwards compatibility." And still to this day, the only way to get backwards compatibility on PS3 is downloadable content, if they have that particular PS1 game online to download off their store. Computers over here sitting back saying, "We got the best games, we got the best stuff, but we have the worst marketing. We don't put out in rent stores. You got to have a more powerful PC to play us. But we got the best games, but you'll never hear from us." And through the whole genre, PC's been coming out from the whole genre, but you never hear a PC, but they got the best version of everything. Everything's best on PC, except for Xbox's Grand Theft Auto, Vice City and stuff. The Grand Theft Auto trilogy on Xbox is better than PC in one way, and that's it got updated graphics. But PC, 3D. PC says, "Well, we're coming out of the gate with 3D, man. Y'all want 3D? We'll come out 3D too, man. We'll go 3D." And then PlayStation's like, "Oh, man, well, fuck you. We'll come out 3D too, man. We're going to come out 3D." And Xbox is over here like, "We're going to come out with this thing called Kinect, where you stand around and wave your hands like this and do this." And then PlayStation 3 is like, "All right, we get it. Wii's kicking our ass. Wii's kicking 360's ass. We need a motion controller too, so we can play shooters on TV. Yeah, that's what we're doing." And Xbox 360's like, "Ah, fuck both of you. No one likes those shooters. We'll just people want to dance. We'll show them how to dance. Yeah, we'll dance. We'll jump up and down." And yeah, that's where we're at.